No one said more than 25 years. I like the expression quarter of a century. It's a little more weight. And you know what's interesting? Of the three of you, no one shot one or the other. No one stabbed one or the other. No one beat one or the other with a club.
It went unreported.
There's still time.
This first piece is a poem that I've rewritten 2 or 3 times. And I'm sure when some of you hear it, you'll say, well, you should have worked on it 8 or 9 times. That's very possible. This is, you know, some days when you get up and the battle just starts. And this is called Born Better. I thought I was having a problem here with my own equilibrium. It is the stand, isn't it?
Yeah.
I feel a lot better, thank you. I got a little nervous there. Born Better. Tuesday was when he really noticed, when he couldn't ignore it anymore. Cursing out loud at people, at objects, for God's sakes. This time it was the milk carton, which wouldn't open right. Push back here to open spout. That's what those little tiny directions said. What the hell are they talking about, goddamn moron idiots? He was so tired of banging his head against the world. Suddenly, a beautiful white liquid explosion as the carton bounced off the kitchen wall. How do you like them freaking apples, Mr. Screwed Up Milk Carton? Tuesday, his personal July 4th, Independence Day, let freedom ring, time to stand up and be counted, time to start the revolution. First, get the neighborhood brats, those comic book criminals swaddled in baggy denim, spawn of Satan, clumping on his front lawn like they owned it. He tore open the front door and screamed, "Goddamn son of a bitch and bastards." It was all just one word, one croaking, jackhammering burst, and those kids were gone. They disappeared, my God, it was like magic. Abracadabra, you roly-poly little bastards. This cursing out loud, it was happening 5 and 6 times a day, maybe more. He wasn't himself. At first it frightened him. Then he listened. He actually listened to himself. And he was saved. Born again. No, born better. Now he loved his anger. He cooked it, let it simmer, seasoned it. 2 days ago, it was the car. It refused to start. Plopped in the garage like a 2,000-pound substandard Detroit City turd. He punched it right in the headlights, whacked the front bumper with a hammer 27 times. Then he crunched out his chant, "Goddamn son of a bitch and bastard piece of crap plastic junk car." He wasn't himself, but he felt good. In fact, he felt more. He was up and moving, ready to do battle. No more waiting day after day for the world to come and get him, to kick him in the ass just for being alive. At 3 o'clock in the afternoon, he called his dog Max a rat bastard because he refused to eat the new liver-flavored biscuits. Et tu, Max, man's best friend, what a crock. He couldn't wait for work on Monday. No more coffee break chit-chat, no more stapled-on smiles. His balloon-faced secretary, the retarded plant manager, my God, there were so many of them. Burping out excuses for their dishwater lives. He hated them the way he used to hate himself. So like a child, he prayed, "Now I lay me down to sleep. Please, God, let me live to be 105 so I can get back at all of them. Please." He listened to himself and giggled, responding, no, retaliating, no matter what life jammed at him. It was like swimming through a cold, thick soup, but he was up for it. Okay, he was just a beginner, an amateur in training. So 2 or 3 times a week at least, he would take the TV remote and jog through 50 or 60 channels, pitching profanity at an army of 27-inch prime-time offenders. The weatherman, the talk show hosts, Republicans, Democrats, the national news, the national debt, the Middle East, Middle Age, Middle America, the middle of the road, rock stars, movie stars, superstars, the entire state of California, and of course the French. Sometimes when he was finished with the TV, he would be out of breath and there would be spittle on the screen. Goddamn son of a bitchin' bastards. My, how he worshipped his anger. He sniffed it, smelled it, rolled it on his tongue, chewed it slowly, and when he swallowed, it made him whole. Almost. He still couldn't bring himself to say the really filthy words. Not yet. After all, he was a decent, God-fearing man. He respected his parents, especially his mother. He still called her once a week. And please don't forget that he had been standing on somebody else's dotted line every day of his life. He was the common man becoming uncommon. And soon this newly born anger would be baptized with rage, and those special juicy words, those multisyllabic cathedral curses would be his, all his. It would be kind of a miracle, like when Jesus changed water into wine. But for now, he just needed time to get into better shape. Freaking Rome wasn't built in a day, was it? It was like getting ready for the Olympics. He was going for the gold. And tomorrow was always another day. Thank you, Jesus, for another bright, sunny, warm, goddamn son of a bitchin' day to get even, to get better. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, sweet Jesus.